11 reasons why Robert Herjavec is my favourite shark. Hey everyone, welcome to the Novice Income channel. Robert Herjavec is a household name, mainly for his role as an investor on the popular television show Shark Tank. This is a show that I'm sure every entrepreneur is familiar with, or should be. This show pits investors against one another for coveted investment capital to grow their startup. The sharks are the investors who will try to find weaknesses in the presenter's business plan. Robert Herjavec is known for showing no mercy for those who only come with a tale of hardship. After all, he knows what it takes to build a business and sell it for $30.2 million. Let's see if we can learn a few things from this famous shark. Here are 11 of his best quotes that every small business should know if they want to grow and become successful. Number 1. It's not about the money. I don't think anybody ever started a great business because they wanted to make a little more cash. They had a dream. They wanted to better their life. One thing that you'll notice about Shark Tank contestants is that they always get asked why they want to start their business. To have a chance with Herjavec, they have to have a compelling reason beyond the money. They might want to put their kids through school or have a better life for themselves after hardships. Herjavec knows that the money will only work to motivate you for so long, but it is the things that money can bring that make a difference and encourage you to keep going when times are tough. You have to know why you want to start your business beyond the money to be successful. Number 2, you must visualize and believe in your goal. Without the ability to visualize a goal and believe it will be reached, nothing of substance will be achieved. Not by anybody, not at any time, not in any place. Many people who say that they want to start a business never get beyond the dreaming stage. They never get concrete about what they want enough to turn it into an action plan and begin taking steps. You have to start with a clear vision of what you want, and then you have to believe that it's possible. If you can't envision it and start taking steps, then it will never become a reality. This is one thing Herjavec wants to see from the contestants that he's willing to back. Number 3. Entrepreneurs are both born and made. People ask, are entrepreneurs born or are they made? I think it's a combination of both. If you are an entrepreneur, you have to have a certain personality for this lifestyle to appeal to you. Some people would never have the desire to do anything more than work for someone else. Entrepreneurs are different. It's in their DNA, and many times, and you can see it in early childhood. Not everyone who has a desire will become an entrepreneur. To become an entrepreneur, certain skills and traits must be honed through formal education and experience. It takes both an innate drive, knowledge, learning through failure, and perseverance to become a successful small business owner. Number 4. The short and long of it. Business is a sprint until you find an opportunity. Then it's the patience of a marathon runner. Many businesses begin their life as a series of ideas and experiments, many of which fail. The key is to reflect on the failures, learn from them, and then have the courage to try again. You have to be willing to take what you've learned and not make the same mistakes the next time. Each business failure is a learning experience that brings you closer to the one that actually works. Until you reach that point, everything happens quickly. When you finally find the idea that is working, then you have to settle back and find a way to achieve sustainable, long-term growth. You can't keep going at the feverish pace of a startup without risking burnout. You have to find a way to settle into a routine and get into it for the long haul. Number 5. Strive for continual improvement. You can never be satisfied as an entrepreneur, and the basis of any successful growing business is new clients. The key to becoming successful is staying ahead of the competition. This means that you should always be working to make improvements and serve your customers better. A business is like a shark in many ways. A shark must keep moving to stay alive, and it must always keep eating to sustain itself. Your business is no different. You're either growing or you are dying. This means that you must always be looking to improve your products and attract more customers. Number 6. Life is not a late-night infomercial. If you're under the illusion that you can start a business and run it at your life schedule, you are mistaken. The business is like a starving puppy. When it needs to eat, then it needs to eat, regardless of what you have going on personally. If you're a fan of YouTube or late-night television, you've probably noticed more than a few who make claims that if you buy this system or sell this product, you'll become rich instantly. They They try to entice you with pictures of yachts, fancy cars, and luxury homes with swimming pools. These all look too good to be true, and they are. Starting a business means late nights and doing what needs to be done. One of the things that go along with starting a new business is long days and early mornings. The idea of not having a boss is a fantasy. You'll always have a boss, only we tend to call them clients. Starting your own business is not an easy life, but it is one of the most rewarding choices you can make in many ways. Number 7. The rain will pass. Tough times never last. Tough people always do. In any area of your life, there will be ups and downs. These times are always temporary and do not last forever. If you want your business to survive, you have to be willing to keep going, even when times get tough. Many people don't become successful because when times get tough, they will just say that it didn't work and give up. The truth is that if they had kept going and were willing to learn from their mistakes, they might have become successful. What separates an entrepreneur from everyone else is that the entrepreneur will keep going and figure out a way to make things work rather than giving up. The tough person who is willing to stick with it will outlast the hard times and become successful in the end. Number 8. Innovation is the key. Innovators create value that people didn't know existed. Everything that you see around you, your computer, device, and the chair you're sitting in, started as an idea in someone's head. Before it was invented, people were getting along fine with what they had, and most could never see a reason to change. Then the innovator came up with a product that solved some problem that the person never even knew they had. Now, the person suddenly sees that they do have a need and that they cannot live without this product. That is the basic formula for the success of any business. You have to look for a need, fill the need, and show the person that they have this need. Number 9. Everyone has doubts in the beginning. The best way to get past doubt and inexperience is simply action. There's not one successful entrepreneur on the planet who did not struggle with self-doubt at least some time in their career. The biggest time for doubt to set in is before you start. You've dreamed about the business and maybe even started working on it. Maybe you're getting ready to ask for investment capital. This is the biggest time for getting wet feet at the altar. There is always some part of you, some little voice that asks you if you're good enough, if you have the knowledge, and if you can really pull it off. Silencing this inner critic and moving forward anyway is the biggest challenge that small businesses face. You cannot get experience without getting experience, so the best way to overcome these challenges is to just get started. Don't worry, you will learn along the way and grow. Number 10. Set SMART goals. Someday isn't a real day like Monday or Tuesday. It's just another word for never. Herjavec also said, "Thinking too much leads to paralysis by analysis." It's important to think things through, but many use thinking as a means of avoiding action. This comes back to the idea of overcoming procrastination and taking action. You have to break your bigger goal into smaller, actionable steps. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It is the time-bound component that Herjavec is talking about in this quote. Your goals and the tasks to achieve them must have set dates, times, and deadlines. When you commit to achieving a goal and giving it a specific time and place, you're more likely to achieve it than one that you want to do someday. For a bonus, tell someone else that you're going to complete this goal or achieve this task, and you're 20% more likely to achieve it than if you just write it down. By the way, writing it down and putting it on your calendar makes you 80% more likely to achieve it or do it. Writing it down and adding a component of accountability is a good way to increase your chances of success. Number 11. Manage your cash flow. Cash is the lifeblood of your business. There are very few things in business that will kill you, but running out of cash is one of those things. You can recover from almost any other mistake, but if you run out of cash, you're dead. Herjavec stresses the importance of managing your cash flow. One of the main reasons why many startups fail is that it is hard to create a balance between cash flow and the bills that you have to pay. The best advice is to be frugal and go as lean as possible when you're first starting out. You can consider things that you might be tempted to purchase in the beginning as something you can add as you grow. If you master one thing, mastering cash flow is the key to your business success. Now, You have 11 things that you can learn from Robert Herjavec and his role as a shark. Do you watch Shark Tank? Let us know in the comments section down below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel to be notified as soon as we release new content that can help you become better at business and entrepreneurship. Until next time, take care.